What's up, YouTube? So today's topic, I'm gonna talk about the reasons why I hate this world, the reason why I hate this society, the reason why I can't stand this shit, right? So let's get to it. So the reason why I hate this society and this world is because one, there's a lot of restrictions, so you can't really fucking do shit without fucking money. So like everything costs money. If you want a vehicle, in order for you to actually experience life, in my opinion, you need to travel. And in order for you to travel, you need a fucking vehicle, right? And unfortunately, in order for you to get a vehicle, you need to work at a bullshit job you don't want to be in, where most people bitch and complain at, and they sacrifice most of their time working for some shit they don't want to be in, just so they can make money, just so they can live a happily life with the most freedom they could possibly experience, right? Some people love what they're doing, which is nothing wrong with that, but life shouldn't be where like you're forced to work at a certain fucking facility for a long ass time just so you can experience some type of freedom. It's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? At times I feel like, damn, I'm living in this world and like I'm living in the wrong fucking timeline. Like I feel like I could be doing so much better shit, but instead I'm stuck doing this bullshit, right? So you can use that as motivation to invent something new. I feel like people who hate this society, who hate this world, that means they're meant to kind of change it up in a way. Don't get me wrong, everyone here has purposes and unique gifts and talents. Everyone's meant to change things, well, whenever they're alive, in my opinion. But more so, like I'm talking about people who just really can't stand society, can't stand this world. My advice is to think outside the box and to do something unique. Usually, people hate this world, or they just feel like they don't fit in, or they feel kind of like outcasted. Not in a bad way, but more so in a way where like they just don't fuck with this society or this world, or they just fucking hate it. I feel like these people were meant to kind of like change up the system, like kind of like inventors, or like they're meant to start up their own schools and just stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they could be like motivational speakers. It's just like they're meant to have their own, I guess, businesses in a way, or they're meant to use their own creation to add value to this world, especially people who can't stand this world and this society. So I feel like with me, I tend to like kind of bypass those gifts or those talents, or like I tend to like not um take action when it comes to like trying new things to better this world, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm so focused on how much I hate this society and how much I hate this world and how much I can't stand it, that we all gotta work at a bullshit job just so we could make money, just so we could live life the best way we can. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. But all I'm saying is that like there's just so much restrictions in this world. You can't really do anything. And then you got time speeding up. You got the days going by extremely fast. So it's hard for you to kind of enjoy your life. For me, it's hard for me to enjoy my life because time, it has been speeding up extremely fast. And this shit gets really annoying. This shit gets agitating. You, you know what I'm saying? So like this shit gets annoying. This shit gets really annoying. Like you can't really cause if you work at a 9 to 5, you don't have time for yourself. You don't have personal time. You don't have time to actually go out in nature and just explore and just know more about yourself. No, because you're just like what Chauncey once said, your life is that 9 to 5 job. You know what I'm saying? So like time is speeding so fast, especially if you got like a family or if you have your own, like so much things you gotta focus on. So like why the fuck is time speeding up? But then and at the same time, most of these jobs take up most of our time. So now we don't have time for ourselves. So you see where I'm getting at? Like there's so much enslavement, there's so much restrictions, there's so much corruption within this human experience. And at times I'd be thinking like, damn, what the fuck have I done to incarnate into this timeline? And not only that, but you got a lot of dumbass people who are just so fucking. I know it's about people. The more I'm around people, they're just so stuck in their ways. I'm not saying I'm perfect, but people, they're so stuck in their ways. Like they don't know. Like people have a hard time changing their ways. People have a hard time of like they're always stuck in their fucking ego. No, don't get me wrong. As human beings, we always have an ego. You can have an ego death, and you can still have a new ego. But human beings, they're so stuck in their fucking ego. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is why it's hard for them to change. This is why like it's hard for them to kind of think outside the box and shit like that, or to have empathy, or to develop emotional intelligence, or to even question the system. Or not, they're not even as spirituals because like they're so stuck in their fucking ego, and people don't want to fucking change. One, because I blame the system, because the system, it kind of shelters people to stay stuck at a certain mindset for fucking so long. And this shit, and people call this programming, and they've been experiencing this shit since like since they're kids, since they're in elementary school. So and this is where you get your programming from though. So this shit runs deep. This is why like as babies they're born into this corrupt ass world, to a bullshit education system that doesn't teach people jack shit. And then as they grow older, they're so used to the system, just putting them in a fucking box that like they can't like. It's hard for them to think outside the box. You know what I'm saying? Like so, like they lose their creativity and their emotional intelligence pretty much. This is why people have a lot of closed off hearts. This is why people are like fucking like heartless and like they're so cold. This is why people do a lot of dumbass shit without them second guessing themselves. This is why people get killed, betrayed, robbed, scammed, and fucking like just they just betray the fuck out of one another. You know what I'm saying? Because people, they're not tapped into their heart space. Not only that, but we live in such a demonic system. People have to rob, scam, steal, and shit like that. Shout out to Chauncey one. That's what he mentioned, and he's right, because we live in a fucking evil system that at times crime is kind of necessary just to expose the corruption of this system. You know, shout out to Chauncey one. You know, he made great points about that. So not only we live in an evil world, it restricts us, but now like in order for us to actually enjoy this matrix, you have to make money. But in order for you to make money, you have to pretty much participate in this bullshit ass society just so you can live the life to the best of your ability. You know what I'm saying? This is why it's important to kind of follow your heart and to take the things you learn when it comes to spirituality and trying to apply it to your life so you can navigate through this demonic system the best way possible to live life to your fullest potential. And if you have creativity, talents, and gifts, try to use that to benefit this society or to benefit this world in a good way, not in a bad way. You know what I'm saying? Or you can create your own system and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or just do what you got to do to kind of like make people's lives more like enjoyable, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like you can start your own business, you can start your own school, you could create your own system, you could create your own money system, you can start your own bank, you could create your own, you can invent like free Wi-Fi access, you could create vehicles that doesn't require gasoline or expensive as engines and shit like that. I think there are inventions where someone invented vehicles that run off of natural earth resources, but that person's gotten assassinated. You know what I'm saying? So people tend to be innovative or think outside the box, and they tend to get assassinated or shut down quick. But what gives me, at times I be thinking to myself, life is short. So like the fact that I am gonna die soon, the fact that there are afterlives and like spiritual realms out there, it gets me excited knowing that like I don't gotta deal with this human experience for such a long time, because this shit, it keeps you stuck in a box. It's so lame, man. So my best advice is try to do the best you can to expand your horizons. Use the best of your resources. You don't have to have a vehicle or a car just to expand horizons, but I mean, you do, you don't. You just live life the best of your ability. Try to use your gifts to showcase your talents to this world, so you could attract a lot of money. Unfortunately, even though I hate money, I view money as evil. The system is evil. Unfortunately, we need money in order for us to expand our horizons and to do the things we want to do. Unfortunately, right? But this shit gets annoying. Where like people are always complaining. People are so miserable, and they're just around people they don't want to be around with because of money. You know what I'm saying? It's a huge problem. It's a huge fucking problem. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, but like for example, I'm using my life for example. So when it comes to spirituality, I learned about fasting, yoga, meditation, breath work, right? While the importance of like following my passions, right? So I'm gonna utilize my spiritual practices. I don't like to call it spiritual practices. It's more so like it's how the human body is supposed to be designed to heal the body. So I like to call it healing. So I like to combine that with my creative gifts and talents and the things I've learned through spiritual videos and stuff like that, and through healing work like shadow work, mental health work, and physical health work like yoga, stretching, fasting, that I've learned from other YouTubers who were able to help me out. So I'm gonna utilize all that to help navigate through this demonic ass system the best way possible, right? So I can live life how I want to live and to experience to the best of my ability. And if I can add value to this world, then that'll be even better. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but without a doubt, this society, this realm, this world we live in, it keeps you stuck at a box. It keeps you stuck at a box because as a baby, you're put into a bullshit school system. And once you get out of that bullshit that school system, you're pretty much in a bullshit school system your whole life. They teach you nothing but bullshit. They don't teach you how the real world works. They don't teach you how corrupt the world is. They don't teach you about money, finances, they don't teach you any useful skills. They only teach you about shit that doesn't matter. That, you know what I'm saying? They don't even teach you that had to be productive for this system, right? Even though this system is fucking evil, and you shouldn't be you shouldn't participate in the system. School can't be prepared to do that. They teach you a bunch of bullshit. They waste your time and shit. 18 years. Then once you get out of that, it's like once you get out of school, all that programming is stuck into your mind, and you don't know how to navigate through this world or how even this world operates or works. You know what I'm saying? And then once you go to college, you get charged for that. You get into student debt. So all this bullshit. So, yeah. So it's crazy how like in this timeline there's so much restrictions and money corruption, and supposedly it's been going by like thousands of years. You know what I'm saying? People want to say we're spiritually protected and like this and that. I feel like that's bullshit because like people always talk about spiritual warfare, spiritual attacks. But yeah, so if spiritual protection was at an all-time high, so why are people experiencing a lot of trauma, narcissistic abuse? People are so fucking stupid. Their hearts are closed off. People are so negative. This world is so negative. But yet people want to think that, oh, we're spiritually protected. Nah, man. This is hell. This is why people in the spiritual community, they call this shit hell. Because so much evil shit takes place. You know what I'm saying? It's just the fact that we live in a system where like we're being controlled by money and all this wars and battles and all these restrictions and crazy ass shit. Just the fact that this shit like this exists, it means that like we live in hell pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So I hear people say, oh, you're spiritually protected. You got your ancestors watching over you. That's bullshit. You know what I'm saying? You got people like, there are people like, I don't know, I'm telling you, like, it's a lot to explain, but I'm not saying I'm right. This is my own opinion, my own perspective about this world, but like about this human experience. But I can see, like I'd be observing people's life experiences. I'd be observing my life experiences, and I can see through the bullshit of all of it. Like all this shit is pre-planned. We have free will, but we don't have free will at the same time. Everything is pre-planned. You know what I'm saying? So my best advice, or at least what I try to do, I try to use my free will to the best of my ability. There are things where I can't control through destiny, through karma, through soul contracts, through shit like that. But what I can do is try to utilize the best of my ability to use what I have to kind of use my free will to navigate through this world without going through as much bullshit as I'm supposed to experience. You know what I'm saying? This way you get your karma from. But yeah, but oh no, man. Yeah, but have a good one. Peace.